Hello, welcome to your stimulus news and update report. It is March the 29th. This is for entrepreneurs and small business owners. Information you need to know about to get a financial lifeline for your business. There's so many opportunities that are upon us. I want to make sure every single one of you all know about it. Again, welcome in. This is She Boss Talk. I am Shantae Arati. If you are new, let us know who you are. Where are you hailing from? What is your business? Give your own self a shout out. We want to hear from you. If you have not subscribed already, do subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that you're notified anytime that we go live. Give this a thumbs up. Hit that love button from wherever you are so more people can see this. We know still millions and millions of small business owners. They need relief. They need help in their business, period. And so this is a place for entrepreneurs and small business owners that want to create wealth and legacy for their business. And so do make sure that this video gets out so they can see it, right? So sharing is caring, as I always say. Do tag someone you know if you hear something good, you know someone that's having a challenge, tag them in this video. Go share it to them, text it to them, email it to them, whatever it is that you have to go do. But you're sharing the good news. I just want to give a shout out to all the entrepreneurs, small business owners, creators, nonprofit leaders that were at our win grants with these master class on Saturday. If you were not in that class, let me tell you, you really missed out. I mean, it was phenomenal. There was so much participation, sharing of resources. I mean, if you could have just been in the class to know all the opportunities that are out there, I'm going to share some of it with you today. If you are one that you want to get access to grant opportunities and you need help, I open up my master class again. So we are hosting it this Saturday, April the 30th, which is a Saturday. It's the best time for me and most people to have a class, and I give it all in that class, okay? It is not a clickbait tool. You come to learn how to win grants with ease, and I give like mini coaching, and it's just phenomenal. So this is your opportunity. Please don't wait to the last minute. Many of you all waited to the last minute. The last time, even the day later, people were asking me, could I squeeze them in? How could they get access? And when it closes, unfortunately. So do make sure you secure your spot as quickly as possible, because all of our classes and our events, they always sell out. But I want to make sure if you have a need that you get your need met. You have a problem that you get the solution so that you don't have to continue to wait, because opportunities are not going to wait for you. Opportunities are now. You have to seize them while they're here and be ready at all times. So again, shout out to all those that were in attendance. If you're on here, right? If you were in attendance, let me know. Give me a shot. Give us a shout out in the comments. We definitely appreciate it. We are in March, so this is Women's History Month. It's coming to a close, but there's so many things still going on so that you can take advantage of during this month before we close out. One of the biggest things is that the SBA, the Office of Women's Business, yes, the SBA has a Office of Women Business, okay? Connect with them. Them and NASDAQ, the NASDAQ Entrepreneur Center, have partnered up for the Women's Business Summit starting today. It is free. So you can go register to be a part of this great summit. I am already registered. You can go find it on our Facebook page. It is there. It's on Eventbrite. But it's a great opportunity to gain more information for your business specific to women in business. You have some hard hitters like Presidential VP Kamala Harris, Melody Hobson, co-CEO and president of Aerial Investments, Nicola Mendelson, VP of Global Business Group at Meta, Tenny Dolphin, Executive Director for the National Women's Business Council. So those are just a few of the phenomenal women that will be speaking during this business summit. Okay, so these are some of the opportunities that have big value, right? It's free. Go attend, learn something, connect with people. This is your opportunity to make connections and to learn something new that is going to move your business forward. So I'm excited to be a part of that as well. Want to let you know is another thing that maybe you don't know is coming out of some of these the CARES Act and the American Rescue Plan Act are programs that I mentioned before, new programs that are being implemented that are really here to support entrepreneurs and small business owners with your growth and the economic growth across the country. So one of the programs is the Build a Better America Small Business Resource Center. This is the SBA and Public-Private Strategies Institute are launching this program. So this is a new engagement series geared towards connecting the over 32 million small businesses in America to critical resources, information, and information about the Biden-Harris administration's effort to support entrepreneurs. So through this community, you can expect that respected leaders from the small business and economic development sectors, other sectors are heading briefings and trainings that are going to help you as a small business owner. In addition, this new initiative will also feature a series of briefings, trainings to help small businesses access tools, resources, and help you learn more about new opportunities available thanks to the newest Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, right? This was the bipartisan infrastructure bill and now law that was put into place. Now, this is also provides opportunities for small business owners to expand your networks and connections to key stakeholders that are critical to your business success, okay? So I always say our network is our net worth. So you can be connected to your next client, your next opportunity, your next investor, your next grant, your next contract. So make networking, getting connected strategically to those people that can help you move your business forward a priority in your business. Again, this all has value, okay? So grants are nice, but there's other ways that you can really scale your business and bring money into your business. And so that's what I'm teaching you. And these are some of the resources that are being made available. One of the other programs that I spoke about, I did a YouTube video, so you can go and check it out on YouTube channel, is the Community Navigator program. This is a piloted program, multi-million-dollar program through the SBA. They had a grant program that they launched. It was last year. And then they announced the winners of that grant. These are the navigators across the country that have boots on the ground that can support you as an entrepreneur. Business owners get access to resources, tools, funding, and other things, programs through the SBA. So more and more, you're seeing those navigators roll those programs out across the country. So you have some at the local level, you have some at the regional level, and then you state levels, and then you have navigators that are at the national level. So go check out, I did a part 1 and a part 2 video specifically for that. Because if you need help in your business, there is help that is available. And the SBA recognizes that there were major challenges with populations of small business owners being able to navigate their programs, understand, and being able to get access to the programs during the COVID-19 pandemic. So they want to make the process easier and connect you to people that have boots on the ground that can actually help you with these applications and other things that you need. So do seek those navigators out, connect with them. Some of them will be like your business centers, like your SBDCs. You may have a women's business center. You may have an urban league. But there's a list of navigators, and you can also find those on the SBA's website at sba.gov. Okay. If you have questions about the programs that I'm going to be talking about, or you're just having a challenge with one of the stimulus programs applications, just let me know in the comments, and I'm going to try to get to the questions while I am here. Okay. One thing that I want to talk about, because this is new, we know that the PPP forgiveness, they have the SBA has a target goal to wrap up the forgiveness applications, right, near the end of the third quarter of 2022. But they have begun initiating PPP audits. So I said a long time ago, when they first rolled this PPP program out, that you should anticipate the possibility of an audit of your PPP loans. So they have initiated that process. So they're beginning, right, auditing PPP first draws and second draws. Okay. And so they've started with the companies, right, that took out $2 million, the higher dollar amounts, and then they'll work their way down to the smaller loans, right? But we just don't know when, right? If or when. The fact is, you need to be prepared. And so you just want to make sure that you have your documentation in order. They use the banks as the intermediary, because the banks are the ones that you provided the documentation to, right? And if you have already applied for forgiveness, you provided your documentation again, if asked or needed, to the bank and or to the SBA if you went through their direct portal for forgiveness. Okay. So again, just anticipate that. That's why I say always keep your documentation, always keep your records. You just don't know when they'll be asked for. It's nothing to get fearful about or nervous or scared about. Just have your stuff in order and you should be good. Okay. If you did not follow the system, you don't have anything to be concerned about. It's a normal part of doing business, as a normal part of what happens when you apply for programs and you get funded, right? That's the level of transparency that you have to have, and just be really ready and willing to answer questions related to program funds that you received. You should know that even going forward with additional grant and loan opportunities as well. They'll ask you for documentation. Okay. With that said, again, still the lowest or smallest of small businesses and the lowest funding amounts, like around 25,000 and under, are the ones that are still most outstanding right now. Those are the smallest grants that require very little. Okay, as far as supporting documentation, because the process was streamlined, and then they streamlined the forgiveness process even further. So really, there's no reason for you not to have gotten your applications in unless your lender is late. So again, someone informed me that Square was late opening theirs. But if you're with any of the more than 4,000 lenders that have opted into the SBA portal, their forgiveness portal, direct forgiveness portal, then it is super easy. I mean, literally 5 minutes to complete an application, and the SBA has been really good and quick about turning those applications around, meaning that making the decision on forgiveness, whether it's going to be full forgiveness, partial forgiveness, or no forgiveness. And I'm happy to say most of the people that I've talked to have gotten full forgiveness. There are some that only got partial forgiveness. And those have asked me about the appeal process, which we also have a video on specifically related to the appeal process. So if you didn't receive full forgiveness, so it was partial or no forgiveness, and you want to appeal, there is an appeals process. You should be notified of your appeal rights and the appeals process and the time frames that are required. It is a quick turnaround, 30 days from your determination letter, that you need to submit your appeal if that is the route that you want to take. And if you think you have a legitimate case, I would highly recommend that you do pursue an appeal, because there are many steps that you can go through even after your first appeal. Okay. So you have 30 days of receipt to submit your appeal to the Office of Hearings and Appeals. Okay, to their portal. And if the appellant borrower has not yet begun paying back his lender for his loan, the borrower should send a copy of your appeal to his lender so that the lender can continue to defer the borrower's repayment. Okay, so while you're under appeal, then you don't have to repay. It would be under deferment again until they make a final decision on your case. So after receiving the appeal, the Office of Hearing and Appeals assigns your matter to an administrative law judge. So this judge's decision must be based solely on the administrative record, the appeal petition, and any responses, supplemental proceedings, and filings. So the standard of review is clear error or fact of law, and the burden is carried on the appellant. So know that you, the borrower, the burden of proof is on you. And I've said this from the very beginning in the PPP process, because you can be denied your forgiveness, whether it's your fault or the bank's fault. Okay. So be ready to, defend yourself, right? So finally, in addition to the federal district appeals process, the SBA administrator has the authority to review and reverse the OHA's decision within 30 days of the service of the OHA decision, or the service of a reconsidered OHA decision. The SBA administrator can elect review or reverse the judge's decision. So no, again, if just because you were denied, don't throw up the white flag. If you feel you have a case, go as far as you can go to try to get full forgiveness of your PPP application. Okay. So that is the PPP. Let me know if you have already gotten your PPP forgiven, or if you're in a situation, if you had it partially forgiven and you're in the appeals process, because we always have people in these situations that want to know other people that are going through it and how it's working out for them. So do share your story in the comments. We love to hear it. And congratulations to all of us who have gotten our PPPs forgiven. So for anybody that's asking, is not open. There's no word as to it being reopened anytime in the near future, but we continue to monitor to see if that happens. Okay, next, I mentioned a while back as well that under the Biden administration, they have an agenda. This is important. I mentioned this in class on Saturday. This is very important for business owners of every type, every industry. Okay. The agenda is to increase the federal contracts that go to small businesses and underserved small businesses, and to increase it by 50% by 2025. That is around the corner. What does that mean? They've already started, right? They've already started. All of the agencies across the federal government have already started to implement these steps, so that by 2025 that they are at the 50%, meaning 50% of all contracts go to small business owners. Okay, that's huge. You're talking about 6, 7, 8-figure contracts, multi-year contracts. Okay, we have one lady in our class on Friday who is a fellow PayPal grant recipient, by the way. Okay, shout out to Charmaine. But she is in contracting. She has multi-year contracting. She's in construction, but it doesn't matter the industry. The federal government is the largest procurer of products and services in the world, not the country, in the world. So you want to pursue contracts and get certified, okay? So we have master classes on that, on how to get certified, how to leverage your certification to get contracts. And we are connected to the contract expert. Her name is Kawana Dyson, or Kawana D. She also has a challenge coming up. I'll share that in the comments as well. So she has accelerated programs. Challenges can help you accelerate you getting access to contracts for your business. This is huge. Okay. So it doesn't matter if you're a consultant, if you're in counseling, if you're in the food services industry, if you're a salonist, if you create wigs, if you're in landscaping, you're in construction, you're a builder, it really doesn't matter. Though these are the types of products and services that the federal government buys. And so what's important is that you are ready to take advantage of the opportunity and bid on contracts. So you want to get your certifications, okay? When I say certifications are for for-profit businesses, I mean your minority certifications, your disadvantaged certifications, your women business certifications, your veteran certifications, your disabled certifications. So these are a few of the different types of certifications that you will actually learn in our master class that you want to pursue based on what categories that you fall under, because there are dollars that are set aside for this. Now, the GSA, this is the General Services Administration arm of the federal government. As the administration continues their efforts to steer $100 billion in contracting opportunities to historically marginalized firms. These are disadvantaged firms, okay? They're set-asides for us, right? So they continue to push those dollars for contracting for us. The General Services Administration is upping their contracting goals for fiscal year 2022 to 21%. So right now, across agencies, it's 5%, right? That are set aside dollars, 5%. They're upping it to 21%. That's an aggressive goal that they're going after. And so again, you want to be ready for this. Now, the GSA, they're responsible for acquiring, storing, distributing, disposing of personal property and supplies, and for acquiring, managing, and disposing of real property. Did you know the federal government has property? They buy property. They sell property that people buy, businesses buy. Okay. So you may have not known that they have vehicles, they buy vehicles. For those that have car dealerships, okay, they sell vehicles when they're done with them. So for businesses that want to buy them, so working with the federal government is a real opportunity. It's a great opportunity to scale your business and scale it faster. It's a great opportunity to build wealth and legacy. And not be struggling to find clients. When you have a big client, you can partner with the government to reach your target audience. Okay, your target client. So again, real opportunities there. I won't linger on it, but this is how important it is. I don't care what type of business you have. If you're a for-profit business, highly consider getting involved in contracting and getting those proper certifications while you can. So again, that's just one of the areas of the federal government that has upped their game as far as the contracting opportunities. But I can tell you that oftentimes, not just the federal government, the state governments, the county governments, and city governments are looking for marginalized groups of small businesses, but often cannot find them to bid on contracts. Okay, so that means that they're looking for you. They're looking for us, okay? They're looking to do business with us. So we have to show up and be ready and let them know, hey, we're here. Here are our capabilities. This is what I'm good at. This is what I can do for you. This is the product I can provide, or this is the services that I can provide to you, federal government, state government, county government, and city government. So I mentioned that we just recently obtained 5 certifications through our city government. We're working right now on our county and our state certification. We are already, the federal level is always my first, what I pursue first, and I've already done that. So I have 2 companies that are certified at the federal level. We are in SAM, because if you want to do business with the federal government, you want to get contracts, or you want to get grants through the federal government, you need to be set up in their SAM system. That is SAM, SAM.gov. So you can go there and learn more about it, and then get moving on getting your business set up in the system properly, so that you can take advantage of those opportunities. Okay. Before I move into the grants, I'm going to talk about just some highlights of some grants. We have them posted in our grant tracker. We list them all the time across our social media pages, especially on Facebook. But I do want to mention some other stimulus programs really quickly, because we always have new people on here. So I want to make sure that I remind you all of the other opportunities that are still remaining out there. So the employee retention tax credit for businesses with W-2 employees. If you had W-2 employees in 2020 or 2021, there's a high probability that you may qualify for this tax credit up to $26,000 per W-2 employee. Okay, so there's tax credit, there are requirements for 2020 and those for 2021. I'm going to be doing a step-by-step video to walk you through the process of submitting your surveys. We work with experts. because you need to be working with the expert to take full advantage and be in compliance regarding this particular credit. This one is under the CARES Act as well. So it was launched at the same time as PPP and EIDL, but is very is unknown. It flew under the radar, okay? But it is huge. It can have a significant impact on small businesses that still need help sustaining their business, keeping their doors open, and just trying to maintain their business. So I've talked to so many business owners that we've been able to help get nearly $3 million at this point, but that's only a small piece of the big pot, which is $400 billion, okay? Or around $400 billion still remaining in this program. Rules have changed. I can't say that enough, because still every day someone's telling me that someone they talked to that is supposed to be an expert told them that this is not a real program, or they don't qualify when maybe they didn't qualify in 2020, but the rules have changed many times, and now you may qualify. If you were impacted, if your business was impacted by a shutdown order due to COVID-19, you may qualify if you have or had W-2 employees. So it's worth it to take 5-10 minutes, take the survey, see if you qualify, upload your payroll documents, your payroll reports, your 941 tax returns, your PPP information, because it's still relevant, right? But you can still get it. So you can still get this credit and get PP where you could not before. That's one of the biggest changes that was made, that changed the game for millions of small business owners. Millions, by the way, that still don't know that this program exists. And these are small business owners. Even if it does not apply to you and you don't have W-2 employees, I know you patronize businesses that do, so you can share the information. So your church, does it have employees? They may qualify. Was your church shut down due to the COVID-19? Due to COVID-19, did they have a revenue loss? Did they have supply chain issues? What about the restaurant that you patronize? They have a business owner that was impacted. What about the daycares you go to that have employees? What about the medical centers you go to? What about your chamber offices, the community development offices that are in your communities? All of these businesses have a potential to qualify for this opportunity. And that is not even the entire list. Any business that had W-2 employees that was impacted by COVID in one of three ways can have the opportunity to qualify for this. Now, they have to have under 500 employees, including aggregates. So if they have multiple companies, like some of our businesses do, they factor in all the employees, right, to make sure the full time, to make sure they're under that 500 count for 2021, and they're under that 100 employee count for 2020. If you only have part-time employees or have part-time, guess what? You can still qualify for this credit. This is a refundable payroll credit for you, as a benefit to you for everything that you've been through during the COVID-19 pandemic. If you have questions about it, like, is this for real? Go to the IRS website at irs.gov, put in employee retention, hit enter in the search bar, and you will see it come up. It is a real thing, and it is administered by the IRS, but it can be complicated to get. It can be time consuming. That's probably why some of your accountants and payroll people haven't told you about it or haven't initiated it, is because they're not well versed in it, or they just don't have the capacity to do it. That's why we partnered up with a team of experts to help you get it, help you get, find out if you're approved, and then get access to your claim. So the filing part of it, processing, is relatively quick, 2 to 3 weeks. But then you have to wait for the IRS 7 to 8 months for the IRS to actually get you your funds, okay, your deposit. So the sooner you get your surveys in, your information in, and get it filed, the better. And then we will continue to keep you update on that progress. But it's just amazing to see the reaction of these businesses when they find out that they were entitled, that they could get money that they never knew they could. So before they encountered me or us, they were getting zero. Now some of them are getting 15,000, 50,000, 100,000, 150,000. The most I've seen thus far from me personally is one of our businesses got 455,000. That is huge for a business. Okay. So please share that good news with all the business owners you know they have employees. Child care provider stabilization grants are still available in most places and most states. It is a federal $49 billion program. It is initiated at the states. Every state got funding. More other states also added more funding to the pot from their states if they ran out of money. So I know so many have taken advantage of it, but still some that don't. So for today, you might be new and you're like, oh, there's grants out there for childcare providers. Yes. So there's always been block grants, but this is a special grant for COVID-19, and it is a way to help offset costs for you. And it's also a way to be able to provide grants to those who you serve. So those families that have children that you are caring for, to be able to offset their costs, because we know child care costs are high. So shout out to Jewel real quickly. She's on she's on my team. She's helping. She is in the child care industry doing amazing work, helping businesses just like I am, right? So she sees opportunities for herself, but she doesn't just want them for herself. She's going further to educate more business owners, more child care providers to get access to this funding. Shout out to those in the home care that are partnering with us to help their home care agencies get access to the funding that is still available out here. Because the bottom line is that so many businesses still don't know. And if we don't share the good news, they may go out of business, which means that has an effect. If a child care center goes out of business, that means that where do you take your children? Then that displaces them, your children, and puts you in a bind. So we need to keep these businesses in business so that they can continue to provide the amazing services and products that they provide. So again, that is a child care provider grant. I mentioned the other day there's a federal broadband benefit. They renamed it to like the connectivity connectivity program, but it was called the federal broadband benefit. So if you Google it, it's on our Facebook page, but if you Google it, you'll see it. You can claim this credit. You have to meet certain requirements, but it's a credit, it's a grant. They expanded it. So somebody told me it was closed. It is not closed. They changed the name, they expanded it, and it's a $10 billion program where you can get discount on your mobile services or your internet. Okay, not both. Okay, so I believe right now I'm getting the discount on my cable, but I could have gotten it on my mobile device. Pick which one you want. If you meet the eligibility, you just I would first start with reaching out to your provider, inquire about it, what the requirements are, and they will let you know how to apply for that program. Another reminder is that there is still rent relief. A rent relief, 12 months you can get up for delinquent rent, 12 months of rent, 12 months of utilities that you can get paid for. So I know many of my peers have reported that they have been able to take advantage of this benefit. Likewise, if you are a landlord, many of us are landlords, right? So you have rental properties. So you can get access to the rental benefit, as well as a landlord. That's why I say rental and landlord and mortgage, okay? So the rental program is separate from mortgage. Mortgage is being newer, is being rolled out across the United States. So last I had reported, it was like 30 states had already rolled it out. There may be a few more. Just check with your state for the mortgage relief. The highest amount I've seen any state give is up to $80,000. That's a lot of money. That's not money they put on the back end. That's money that they pay off on your mortgage. Okay. Who would love to have $80,000 written off on their mortgage, right? So it's not ballooned at the back end, money that you still have to pay in, where you can go underwater. They're going to take care of it free and clear. So check the rules in your state. They may vary, because people ask me, do you have to be delinquent now? Like when you're submitting your application, read the rules, because there's different things that you may be able to do to support the fact that you were behind. right? Or you are behind, like the balloon payments, but check their rules to see how that applies. It doesn't just apply to your mortgage either. It can apply, depending on your state, to payroll taxes. Are you behind in payroll taxes? They may have a program to support payroll taxes. I said here they were giving a grant money you do not have to pay back. It's not a loan, right? They're not or a deferment of your property taxes. They're actually giving you a grant to pay off your property taxes for those that are delinquent. So payroll taxes, HOA fees, and some other fees, just again, depending on your state. So again, reach out to them to see what programs are available. Most states have a portal, like the Ohio portal, where you can find all of their benefits, all their programs in one portal. So it's not exhaustive effort to find it. But again, if you ever have a question about a government program, just start at your government. Call the government's office. They will know where the direction to point you in to get you to whatever it is that you need. So again, these are still great, amazing programs, because as entrepreneurs and business owners, we have families, we have housing, we need housing, right? So these are benefits that we can take care of as well, to release some of the pressure and the burden of being backlogged with all these bills. Okay, so take advantage of those programs that are available. So with that said, I'm just going to mention some grants. So typically every week I do a special grants video, but I'm going to just highlight a few here for you today. There's some big grants out there, big awards that are being put on their annual, right? And that you may not know about, or maybe you thought, okay, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to apply for this. I don't know if I'm qualified, if I'm deserving for this. Okay. So I dare you to shoot your shot, put your hat in the ring, and go after some of these opportunities that are available. The money is great, that if you're able to get the award, and just the recognition and the promotion that comes behind being recognized for being a winner in any one of these national programs. So recently the U.S. Chamber launched their annual Dream Big. They want us to dream big. Are you dreaming big? Let me know in the comments. Are you dreaming big? Are you living big? Are you asking big? We need to do bigger, okay? We need to be bigger and expect bigger. And they want you to dream bigger. And they're giving up to $25,000, right? So they have like 8 different categories of awards that you can receive. So I encourage you to, if you are a small business owner, go to the Chamber's website. It's on our grant tracker. Go to our grant tracker. U.S. Chamber of Commerce. Yes, there's chambers at every level. Get on their email list. They have a lot of great programs, a lot of great information, webinars, trainings, grants, and the like available to support small businesses. And this is just one of them. So, what can you do with $25,000? How would that help your business? Would it help your business? You let me know in the comments, and then let me know if you've gone and put your application in. The U.S. Chamber, I Fund Women. So I Fund Women is a crowdfunding platform. I mentioned this before. I highly encourage women to use this platform, get involved with the community. It's a great way to network. It's a great way to raise money for your business, for your project, through crowdfunding. Having a crowdfunding campaign, that means other people can contribute and donate to you. That's how you raise money, right? So you don't have to come up with all the money on your own, okay? And then they help you to be able to do it. They help you to create effective campaigns, and then they also have grant programs. They partner with other companies, and then this is their Woman Entrepreneur of the Year. Have you done amazing things? Are you doing amazing things as a woman entrepreneur? Well, put your hat in the ring. Apply for this grant. This is $100,000, up to $100,000. That is the top prize. And one of my peers, Ariane, won it last year when she had COVID. Her whole family had COVID. And she got on there as one of the finalists and did her thing, knocked it out, and she walked away with the top prize, which was $100,000. Why do I say this? Because if she can do it, you can do it. These are real people, real business owners, real entrepreneurs that are going after it and winning it. There's no reason why you can't do the same, okay? So again, that is the iPhone women, up to $100,000. That is the top prize if you win Woman Entrepreneur of the Year. Also, NAV grants. I want to mention this because they've grown their grant fund like we're growing our grant fund. So I love it. So now they give multiple grants every quarter. It was one a year when they started. It was one grant a year. And now they're offering multiple grants every quarter. And they even highlight winners. Again, more promotion, spotlighting businesses that have won their grant. So that grant is $10,000 grant. I think they have up to $10,000. They have a $5,000 grant as well. And the deadline for this round is April the 23rd. So that is also on our grant tracker, so you don't have to worry about where is it at. Just go to our grant tracker that's in the description in the show notes, or you can just go to our website at www.shebosstalk.com and click on the COVID-19 resource tab. That COVID-19 resource is the grant tracker. Okay, then it has sub tabs with the mortgage relief and the child care grant and the rent relief and other important resources that you may need. There is also the Catalyst 2020 grant for social entrepreneurs using the power of 5G. I love these because that means that there's so many different types of grants for every type of business that's out there. They're giving away $100,000 in prizes. The deadline is April the 7th. So yeah, there are a lot of companies that's really involved in technology. There's another program. It's a multi-million-dollar program giving a lot of money. It's on our tracker. I can't remember it by name, but it is, if you are one of those companies that are leading in like NFTs, blockchain, metaverse, all of that, there's money for that. Okay. And there will be more money. Okay. So even if that's something you've been thinking about pursuing, because I know a few years ago, I said I wanted to take blockchain training. Because I knew it was going to be huge, and there was only a few people that were knowledgeable about blockchain, operating in blockchain technology then, and I should have did it then. So again, as long as you're alive, it's never too late. So that's definitely something I want to continue to explore. NFTs, like even for your own businesses. But know that as these things come out, there's more opportunity to fund these types of initiatives. So say this is something you have interest in and you want to do research. Do you know they give grants just to research? Grants and tax credits just to research these things, right? So again, take advantage of these opportunities that are available out here. So I see you all here. Thank you so much. Shout out to everyone that are in the comments. I'm just looking to see if there are any major questions. Yes, I hear there's some people that they they don't work on the Sabbath. If anytime we're having a class on Saturday, don't worry about it. We put our classes on demand. Just get it on demand, and you can go through it, watch it at your convenience whenever it's convenient for you. Okay. Awesome. Really nice help getting your business off the ground. That's why we are here. So there's no sense of starting a business if you're not going to get it off the ground. Don't go get an EIN, don't get an LLC if you have no plans to actually do something with your business. You need to be doing something with your business, especially if you want to get money for your business. And there's a lot of it out here. I can't even say billions at this point, because billions turn into trillions. At this point, it's trillions of dollars that is available, ready and waiting for all of us to be able to take advantage of. And I want more of us as small business owners to be able to take advantage of these opportunities. Content creators, nonprofits. There's always been grants for nonprofits. I talked about on Saturday, there was a nonprofit that got $10 million. But they mismanaged that money and it was taken back. So we have to be good stewards over the monies that we are given. That is the expectation. And we have to have a certain level of transparency as well. Okay, someone paid for the class, had a death in the family. Everyone will get the replay. And if you register, you get the replay. My condolences. Praying for your comfort and your strength. I would like to get some grants this year. You can do it. Turn that into I will get some grants this year. Speak it into existence. You can change that to I will do it. Okay. Okay, so we have someone that got their PPP forgiven. Someone else wants a grant for real estate. Set it up as a business. It doesn't matter what industry you're in, you can get a grant. Just set your business up properly and then go for it. Okay. Someone's asking about how can I get information on this. I don't know what this is. Grants that we have, all resources are in the show notes in the description, and I'll drop them in the comments. What about nonprofits? What about them? Go get your money. There's thousands of grants for nonprofits everywhere, at every level. Always have been, always will be. What's new is grants for profits. That's what's new. Nonprofits, there's grants all over the place. And if you want to pursue grants at the federal level, no matter if you're for profit or nonprofit, go to grants.gov. Grants.gov. They make it so simple. The government makes it so simple to get access to sometimes, right? But their websites are so easy to remember. Grants.gov. And you can go there and see some of the types of grants that are available and see what you qualify for. See, what the process is like, what the requirements are like, and then get your business or your organization ready. Do I have a step-by-step checklist for giving government contracts? I don't have a checklist. My partner may, Kawana D. So I'll drop her information in the comments as well after the broadcast. We have a new person that's fairly new. Hello, and new to business. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed the videos. This is a place we have so many great videos with great content. Even if you have no money, no budget, you can learn whatever you want to learn that you need to learn to go take action in your business just by watching our videos. I'm glad you found me too. Her SBA told me that there are no grants for small business. There are grants for small business. What they may be saying is that there are no grants specifically. There are grants from them, the SBA, to support their grants to support small businesses. There may not be grants from the SBA that are just given to small businesses directly to say, here, take this grant for your business. They actually give it to businesses or organizations that support small businesses. So then they can use the money and create programs and grants and the like for the small business community. But they do sometimes have grants, but they partner with other organizations to give out these grants. So like, for instance, they have a Score and Key Bank partnered on a pitch competition here in Cleveland, Ohio. The SBDC arm of the SBA can give grants, and they have given grants. They've had pitch competitions and the like. That's how they operate. So that's most likely what that person meant when they told you that they don't have grants that they give for businesses, because even on their website they have a grant area, right? Is just how they do it is different. All right. Okay. So someone is saying they're trying. Let's do it. Okay. So let's do it. Sometimes we say we're trying stuff and we keep trying, we're trying, and we're not. So let's just do it. Make a plan, work it, and then rework it, and then rework it and rework it. Make the connections you need to make. Like this week, getting on that Women's Business Summit, you there with experts that know more than you do. I know they know more than I do, a lot of them, right? They've been places that I still strive to get to. So I definitely want to be in a room with amazing women that I can learn from, and just be able to just being in the room of other phenomenal women, period, it just lifts my spirit. So I highly recommend it. You can get in touch with us anywhere on social media. Visit our website again at www.shebosstalk.com. You can email us at hello@shebosstalk.com. Okay. Government certification. We have a masterclass. It's in the show notes. It'll be in the comments as well. All right. She is in skincare. Can she qualify? Yeah, your daughter. It doesn't matter. It's young people out here killing. I mean, even young people that are really killing it. But a lot of times, some grants will require you be 18 or over, but not all of them. Because right now, especially if you all are here, you have students in school. There's a lot of grants right now going to college age students that are entrepreneurs and business owners or want to pursue it. Most of the colleges and universities now have entrepreneur centers or intervention centers or both. And there's a lot of money going towards those initiatives and programs and students that are participating in that. So I know many of you all have entrepreneur children. So there's even programs and grants for young people. I mean, young 5-year-olds, 10-year-olds. I'm a part of many of them here. So they're all over the place, and they give so many opportunities to you to just be creative and innovative, and they give them money, and they help them set up their retail centers or shops and pop-ups and all that kind of stuff. And just like they do that here, I know they're doing it all across the country. And it's not just us. Yes, insurance agents, every business. What you want to ask yourself: are you set up legally as a business? If you're not set up legally as a business, you need to set up legally as a business. Make that one of your first steps. Use our cheat sheet. Go get our master class. Follow those steps, and then you can start going after grants. It doesn't matter what business you're in. I mean, maybe one grant says they don't include one industry. Go get one that does, okay? And very rarely does that even happen. It's just sometimes moral companies that don't fit into the moral scope. We know what those businesses are. Though a lot of times they are excluded. But other than that, I mean, they're usually open to all types of small businesses. They will tell you that. And they will tell you if there's any exclusions. And you could just look at it on the website. Okay. So I think those are all the questions that I have. I'm in Michigan. Where do you suggest? Michigan, in any states, let me just say this. There are still grants, in the thousands and even millions of dollars across the states for small business owners. Just depends on your state. Every state has grants. But I know Michigan right now, still, I think there's this open till the end of the month, I believe. It opened in March, but I think they're closing at least the first round. And usually they have multiple rounds, but they're giving up to $5 million. Not 5,000, $5 million. But there's still business owners in Michigan that don't know about it and have not put in their application. So please, that's why sharing is so important. Even if you don't live in a state, right? Even if you don't have that type of business that may qualify, you have someone that does. And believe me, when you bless others, those blessings will come back to you. I'm a witness. I am a living testimony of that fact, of just sharing information and impacting lives. And I am blessed in return. Then I take that blessing and I bless someone else again. So you can be God and blessing people. Okay. So let's continue to share, continue to be the boss with amplified impact, and continue to stay safe and good health. You all have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful and productive week ahead. Talk to you later.